I've been told that I need to get back to talking my talk, so here we go. Hi, my name Dave. Hopefully you already know who I am, so we ain't got to go all off into that. But where do I start at? Do I start at the beginning and tell you my childhood, my upbringing? Do I cut you in the middle? Like right around, the time I came home from jail? You probably wouldn't like me at that point, right? Or do I cut you in on this chapter of my life that we are in right now and hope that you figure the rest of the story out? I don't really know. But for this, let's take it back a second, and then I'll speed it all the way back up to today. So if I had to describe my upbringing, I would call it beautiful and horrible at the same time. I love my mother with every fiber of my being, but by today's standards, my mother would be considered verbally abusive, and she passed it down. She literally talked to me like she meant it, with no sugarcoating or no lies or anything else that may go into that and coincide with not being the truth. She didn't give me none of that. She never tried to sell me a dream. She never sugarcoated anything for me my whole life, and I loved her to death for it because it made dealing with her easy. I didn't have to worry about her selling me a dream. She just would tell me no. She wouldn't worry about how I felt about it. She would just tell it to me. Like, if I wanted something, nah, you can't have that. Or if she was supposed to do something, she did it. Her definition of love is the same definition of love that I have. It's not what you say to a person, it's what you do. Love is a verb. So telling me you love me don't really, it go the other way with me, and let me tell you why. Because Edna Jean wasn't really big on that type of conversation. She didn't worry about telling me that she loved me. Most of the time she told me she didn't even like me because I looked like my daddy and she missed him so much. It was what she did. It was always what she did. I don't do this for you because I like you or I want you or anything like that. I do this because I love you, and that love makes me have to do these things for you that I do. And just keep it in mind that later on in life, when you love somebody, you gonna do the things that you are supposed to do for them, whether you like them or not, whether you mad at them or whether they did something to you or they didn't do what you wanted them to do. You're going to do what you're supposed to do. And I grew up with that philosophy my whole life, and it been getting me in good and bad relationships my whole life. So fast forward. Today, if you know my story, you already know that I'm trying to bring my life down to minimal living and catch me an RV and try to see the whole world in my lifetime. So I reached out to the Lazydays RV company, and that's gonna come back up later. So please keep it in mind when you watching this that you go back and you call them people for me, because I'm finna tell you why. So I reached out to them about an RV that I seen. They gave me the price of it. They gave me what I would need to cover for the down payment, and then they took $1,000 of my money and put it on hold for the RV to hold it for me. So they called me and they needed my information, and I gave it to them because they told me I would need a credit score of 650 or better to be approved for the loan. And I said, all right, cool. I checked my Credit Karma, and it told me that my credit score was like a 720. I got the screenshots to prove it. So I went with that like, yeah, come on, let's do it. So they did a hard inquiry of my credit, and they came back with the no, right? The solid no. And the solid no came from, I can't tell you what his name is because it's unimportant to me, but he called me arrogantly to turn me down and then tell me that, with my following and what I had going on, that I should be able to come cash them out. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to keep that in mind when I tell the story. And he told me specifically, don't forget when you're telling the story that Lazydays is the #1 RV dealership in the country. Don't leave that part out. I told him, yes, sir. I'll make sure that I mention that Lazydays in Tampa is part of the largest RV company in the country, because I want you to call them and harass them for turning me down. They do it for everybody else. They do it for every other little thing when somebody feel wronged or they feel like they are being discriminated against. They call and complain in that person's honor. I want the world to call and complain in my honor one time, because I want one of them so bad that I'm to the point I'm about to start begging. Yup, I'm about to start begging, and I'm going to start complaining about Credit Karma and how they had me believing that my dream could come true. I want to reach out to them. If anybody know a way to get in contact with whoever is at the top of Credit Karma, I want them. I want to sit down with them. I want them to help me pay for this RV, right? Because I'm to the point now I'm finna start begging, and I ain't got no problem saying it. As a matter of fact, let me say it where it makes sense. I want an RV so bad that I will humble myself and beg however you want me to accomplish the goal. You want me to get on my knees? I'm getting on my knees. You want me to put my hands up? I'm putting my hands up. You want me to say please? I'm saying please. Wherever it is that you might need me to do for you to help me, right? For you to contribute a couple dollars, right, to this cause that I'm trying to put together, I'm doing it. And I'm trying to sell everything that I don't need in the process of doing said thing, right? I'm working with a whole t-shirt shop, a whole bunch of equipment, a whole bunch of merchandise, and all of that. I'm trying to sell it all, give it away, whatever I might need to do to get rid of it as I bring my life down to minimal living, because I want to see the world and I can't take all that stuff with me, no way. I ain't got nobody but EJ, and who I'm gonna leave it to? People wonder why I act like I act. I feel like I feel. I don't have any children, right? I have spent more of my adult life incarcerated than I have free. I want to travel. I want to see some things. All of the time I missed, I want to see some things with my life. And at this point, I'm getting older. I just turned 44. And what I learned was I beg for it. I will beg for it. Now people beg all the time. I'm finna be one of them. And at this point, I don't even care how they feel about it. I don't even care if they judge me. Not at all. It ain't gonna hurt my soul if they talk bad about me or none of that, because I want it that bad. That I let them talk bad about me. I don't care. I let them crack jokes on my behalf. I don't even care at this point. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. Just help, right? Tell whatever joke it is that you want to tell, but send me $15, $20, $30. Send me $100 then. If you want to talk real bad about me, send $100 then. If you know somebody to do loans and all of that, man, I need it, right? I want it bad too, because I have a dream of driving from Florida to California to hug one of them big redwood trees. I want to hug one of them trees, literally. I want it to be me and Edna Jean in the bag with my leg up on the tree hugging it, because I really want to do that, so I could post a picture of us with the caption coming from where I come from. I never thought I'd be a tree hugger. They ain't gonna understand that, but it's on them. I can't knock them. Not at all. So don't forget, before you leave, call Lazydays, right? And cuss them people out in my honor. Please play on their phone and all of that in my honor, because that's my cause. And I want to talk to whoever owns Credit Karma. That's my cause. Everybody say I have a platform and I need to be speaking out for something. I'm speaking out for why my credit score on this app that I've been playing on and following all of their tips for the last couple years, right, has sold me a complete dream on where I was in life. And I want somebody to fix it. And I ain't really tripping off if they fix it for everybody else, but I want them to fix it for me so I can feel like I did something with my life. And at the same time, I want to RV help, please. I already said I'll beg however you want me to. I mean it to. I swear for Lord, I mean it to. I don't even care. I go stand on the corner with a sign if that's what you want me to do. Cause I want this that bad, and I got to get it before I got to get it before they put me out my office. My life in turmoil. Come on, join the experience. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Hey, now.